The male lead is the top dungeon conqueror in history. But he was betrayed by the one he called a best friend. Even his own girlfriend was stolen from him. They did all of this just for the divine artifact he just acquired. This is the appearance of the most ancient S-rank dungeon. Before he arrived here, no one had ever successfully cleared it. Countless professionals lost their lives in this place. Yet he entered the dungeon alone, slaying the most powerful beast within. He originally thought that thunderous applause was waiting for him. He never imagined his allies would stab him in the back. It turns out this was all Trong Duang's conspiracy. In a fit of rage, he drew his precious sword and activated the power of the rebellious divine realm. If you want the artifact, come and take it. I just hope you scumbags survive long enough to try. Sensing the vibration of the divine artifact, they were all frozen in shock. Right then, a figure appeared from the sky. It was the woman he loved most. ManhWa man, regarding her sudden appearance. Though he felt suspicious, he didn't think too much of it. However, just as he confidently told her that even if they all attacked at once, they still couldn't defeat him, ManhWa man suddenly stabbed him. In total shock, he looked at her, his heart filled with utter confusion. Just why did this happen? At that moment, the crowd saw their chance. They immediately cast a binding formation on him. Looking at the seals appearing on his body, he finally realized the woman he loved had betrayed him long ago. Now, ManhWa man threw herself into Trong Duang's arms. Everything was a lie. Ever since he awakened his 9-star talent, that wretched couple had been plotting against him, using him to clear the dungeon, just to get the strongest artifact inside. Damn it, you bastards deserve to die. As they surrounded him, ready to attack again, a skeletal hand suddenly rose from the ground. A woman in white blocked his path. Using her underworld summoning, she blocked the crowd's assault. When he saw the situation clearly, he was astonished to find it was the girl who always admired him, Kuai Jiao. Tamin, pull yourself together. Don't let these vile cowards get what they want. Even though Kuai Jiao possessed great necromantic power, right now, she still couldn't withstand so many attacks from high-level experts. Trong Duang then raised his weapon and charged at Kuai Jiao. He tried to warn her, but it was too late. A second later, a sword flashed by. Kuai Jiao was cut down by Trong Duang. He could only stare at the scene, completely helpless. Tamin, you are next. Once I finish you, the artifact is mine. You animals, don't think you can bind me that easily. Even if I lose my life, I will never let you have this artifact. God-tier skill, explosive arts. Terrifying power instantly shattered the formation. Everyone around scrambled back to avoid the blast. He rushed to Kuai Jiao and held her. I am sorry for failing you so many times. In the end, you were the one who sacrificed yourself for me. With her last breath, Kuai Jiao whispered, if I must die, I want to die with you. She closed her eyes forever. Today, I, Tamin the god of death, swear an oath. If I could ever go back, I will tear all of you into 1,000 pieces. Seeing him at his limit, ManhWa man and the others were confused. What was he planning to do? A second later, Trong Duang realized he's taken the artifact into the death dungeon. Stop him quickly. Don't let him take the artifact away. But it was too late. Tamin embraced Kuai Jiao and jumped off the cliff. If you want the artifact that badly, come down here and get it. As his body fell into the abyss of screams, the rebellious divine realm in his hand emitted a blinding light. When he opened his eyes again, he found himself back on the day of the awakening ceremony. He couldn't believe he had been reborn. In this life, he swore that he would make that vile couple pay the ultimate price. Congratulations to Trong Duang for awakening the hidden combat class, Demon Finger Warrior, innate level, 8-star attribute. Seeing that dog again, the rage within him surged instantly. But then, he was interrupted by a hand. Tamin, I finally found you. Today is Awakening Day. Are you nervous? You look pretty tense. Don't worry, I will be congratulating you soon. Looking at his soulmate, who died for him in the previous life. In this life, he will protect her with all his might. Meanwhile, the principal on stage continued. Next, student Kuai Zhao. Kuai Zhao then stepped onto the stage. After she placed her hand upon the heavenly monument, a massive wave of energy burst forth from the monument. Excellent. Congratulations to Kuai Zhao for awakening. The hidden combat class, Underworld Summoner. Innate level, 7-star attribute. Everyone was utterly shocked. It was the summoner class everyone dreamed of. Only Taemin wasn't surprised. Everything in this life was just like the last. Next, it was his turn. Under everyone's gaze, he slowly walked to the awakening stage. In his past life, his destiny changed forever from this very day. Back then, an unknown power covered the entire platform. He awakened the legendary 9-star class, the God of Death. But, in this life, he wanted to start an even greater legend. Come, let me feel the vibration of the runes once more. However, at that very moment, he looked ahead in surprise. Unbelievable, the rebellious divine realm was glowing intensely. What is this resonance? Why is it completely different from before? And why is this system interface gold? Ding. Class transfer system initiated. Strongest war god class successfully bound. System binding. Preparing your brand new class. Awakening successful. Mythical class. Sword god. A purple screen covered the entire sky. Taemin, in his school uniform, stood before a glowing red rift. Principal Vuong said urgently, to think such a phenomenon would appear. Just what class is he turning into? Whispers broke out. If it's a combat class, it'll be insane. But if it's a lifestyle class, he's doomed. Are you stupid? With an omen like this, there's no way it's a lifestyle class. Trong Duong frowned, muttering in shock. That guy? Taemin hasn't moved a muscle. Why is he frozen? He gritted his teeth. The awakened class is Sword God, not the death god from my past life. He pressed a button on the system. This golden system. He thought, everything has changed. The system displayed. Target identified, Taemin. The image of a red sword appeared on the screen. Red. System alert. Sword God class awakened. Golden talent. Universal ascension. He was amazed. A golden talent. This class is even higher than the 9-star one that I had in my previous life. He suddenly smiled, whispering with confidence. If that's the case, I will definitely surpass the God of Death from my past life. System. Skill interface is now unlocked for you. Class skills. No abilities have been awakened yet. Suddenly, Su Ming looks at the system in shock. What the hell are you so angry about? At least give me one skill. Otherwise, how does this fit a gold tier rank? People start whispering. What is that guy doing? So slow. Su Ming, are you done with your class change? Su Ming grits his teeth. Not a single skill. Then how is this any different from before awakening? Is this damn system messing with me? System. Feedback received. Continuing guidance. Confirmation required for the ring. A ring appears in Su Ming's palm. A ring? The gem on the ring suddenly glows intensely. System notification. God-defying divine ring successfully identified. A beam of light descends from high above. The shock wave is too strong. Principal Vuong shouts in astonishment. Is the awakening finished? In the sky, a bright star appears with the symbol 10. Principal Vuong's eyes widen. 10? Everyone is stunned. It is 10 stars. Hidden class. Sword Mage. A 10-star attribute. What kind of insane monster is this? This is truly the talent of a top scholar. I thought Trong Duong with 8 stars. As a magic warrior was scary enough. Who would have thought a 10-star would appear? Full of power, Principal Vuong calls out. This year is truly a year where the academy produces nothing but elites. Not only are there many students with hidden classes, but also a genius possessing an innate 10-star attribute. Even though the Sword Mage class is not the most prominent among the swordsman classes, but possessing a 10-star innate talent, I believe that in the future, Su Ming will surely have limitless potential. As the principal, I decided to reward Su Ming with a training support item. Cultivation support. Many are gossiping to think he is just a sword mage. What a waste of innate talent. Sword mage is part of the swordsman class, but it is the weakest. Usually it is close combat, but sword mages do both melee and ranged. They have to train both physical and magic attack. Even if they can use ranged attacks, it splits the resources for melee training. In the end, it makes their combat power just mediocre. This is clearly a weak class. It is true that when God opens a window, he also closes another door. 10-star talent, yet a pathetic swordsman. If he tries, he might become a reliable support. He could make progress. A sword mage takes massive effort just to be slightly better than others. Passing the beginner dungeon is already an issue for him. Stop overhyping him. Su Ming's face turns dark. In your eyes, a sword mage is no different from a useless loser. Suddenly, Kuai Jiao rushes over and calls out to Su Ming. Her face is beaming with a bright smile. Congratulations. Su Ming feels awkward. Congratulations to you too, Kuai Jiao. She continues. They are all talking nonsense. To awaken a 10-star talent. Su Ming, you are truly extraordinary. The sword mage class is a bit weaker early on, but I believe you will have no problem at all. He smiles and replies, thanks, Kuai Jiao. I do not pay them any mind. Their reaction is actually exactly what I wanted. Kuai Jiao is surprised, huh? Principal Vuong starts announcing loudly. Next student. All the boys start getting rowdy, shouting, go for it. So beautiful. Hu Man smiles brightly with her beautiful face. Nam Hu Man, Trong Duane says shyly. Good luck, Hu Man. She nods. Constant cheers continue. Go Hu Man. Kuai Jiao speaks up. Hu Man is so popular. She lives up to her title as our school beauty, right? Su Ming, the ceremony is not over yet. Hu Man, you cut him off. I am not interested. In the previous life, that girl used her talent. And in the end, she did not hesitate to betray me. The beautiful Hu Man is walking up. I once said, her face is confident. This debt must be repaid. At this moment, Su Ming is out on the road. The city streets. Everything in life seems unchanged in this life. He thinks to himself, except for my awakened class. System, total concealment skill, legend, returning to nature, can hide or edit information about equipment, your class, and skills. Su Ming stares intently at the concealment panel. One of the 4 skills I brought back from my past life. The ring with the glowing gem, flashing in his mind. The ring appears in Su Ming's palm. Ring system notification, loading artifact, God-defying divine realm. You have inherited part of the skills from the hidden god class. Su Ming is shocked. New class, sword god. Skills of the 10-tier death god. System appears. SDR 10, Con 10, AGI 10, and 10. Luck 101. Su Ming thinks. An innocent man carrying a gem becomes a target. To avoid a repeat of the past life where others used me. Plus, my current strength is not yet enough. Since the 10-star talent cannot be hidden, then I must hide the information about the sword god class. This chance at a new life. I must seize it well. Based on past experience, the second day after the ceremony ends will be the challenge of the beginner dungeon. For me, the beginner dungeon is 0 challenge. To level up faster and get better gear, I must challenge the toughest boss. Before that, I need to get a good weapon. Right now, at a massive hotel. Hu Man blushes. You are so wicked. Trong Duane, the ceremony just ended this morning. And you already want to bring me here. He feels awkward. Don't mention the ceremony. That Su Ming kid actually stole all my spotlight. Hu Man continues. Don't be mad. Even though Su Ming is just a sword mage, his attributes upon awakening were too high. He will definitely be valuable to exploit later. Trong Duan looks down and laughs. You mean Hu Man holds up her phone? Look at this. He looks at the phone in surprise. This is, she continues. How about I go flirt with him? He will surely take the bait. Then we can use him as we please. At this time, in the city center, under a very clear sky, the elevator door opens on the 12th floor. A server gestures. Welcome. This is the 12-story weapon shopping mall. Enjoy your shopping experience. Su Ming thinks, yeah, this is the place. It seems the awakening ceremonies at nearby schools have also ended for this year. Awakened students are preparing for the challenge. The beginner dungeon tomorrow. A voice speaks up. Oh. This is the latest model from the ad. I want it. We are just awakened students. How can we afford such expensive weapons? Later, use your abilities to work like a slave and earn money then. This is the Frost Heaven Sword, the newest great sword, forged by the person with the current highest level class. Forged by them. I didn't expect it to be available on the market already. Price, 1 million currency. Too expensive, of course. This sword, just by touching the target, can completely freeze the blood inside a monster's body. It is a diamond tier weapon. Endless praise, so powerful. Su Ming thinks this weapon is a fake. I remember in my past life, these merchants selling fakes were eventually all caught. Suddenly, a voice interrupts, calling out, "Wait." Jiang Lam suddenly appears. "Are you Su Ming?" He is dazed. "Who are you?" She continues, "I haven't introduced myself. I am the vice director of Jiang and Financial Group. Jiang Lam, here is my business card." He holds the card and says, "I don't think I know you." Everyone's eyes are fixed on them. Jiang Lam continues, "Su Ming, all your expenses here today will be fully covered by the Jiang and Financial Group. I hope you can do me a favor, Su Ming." He answers with total indifference. "What kind of favor?" Jiang Lam gestures. "Show him the photo." A subordinate holds the phone in front of Su Ming. "Yes, please take a look." Jiang Lam continues, "This is my younger sister, Jiang Venthan. She goes to the same school as you. She also successfully awakened this morning. The news of your 10-star innate talent awakening. I have investigated it thoroughly. With your talent, tomorrow's beginner dungeon should not be a problem at all. I believe you understand. Only those who have just changed classes for the first time can enter the beginner dungeon. I hope you can team up with her. Protect her and help her finish the beginner dungeon challenge." Su Ming says nothing, only staring at her. He replies coldly, "I refuse. I am not interested." Jiang Lam is stunned. "What? As long as you agree, any weapon in the shop. You can pick whichever one you want." Su Ming replies, "I said no." She gets angry. "As a poor student who just awakened, you should not be turning me down." Suddenly Su Ming points in a direction. "Is that so?" He points at the massive sword. "Then I want that one. The Frost Heaven Sword worth 1 million? The crowd starts whispering. "Is that guy using this to make demands?" Jiang Lam is surprised. "You are pushing it, with your current status. Do you really think you are worth 1 million? Su Ming smiles and replies, "Did you not say I could choose whatever I wanted? If you are not willing, then forget it. Many things cannot be achieved through shortcuts, just relying on money. Tell your sister to put all her effort into preparing for tomorrow's dungeon. Let her do it herself." Jiang Lam gives a forced smile. "You are interesting, Su Ming. Consider this our offense this time. Let's go." Everyone is in an uproar. That guy actually messed with the people from Jiang and Group. Suddenly, a message appears on the screen. Who is the text from? The name Nam Hu Man pops up. Nam Hu Man. She texted Su Ming. "Didn't you always like me? I changed my mind. I want to see you. Meet me tonight on the lecture hall rooftop." He thinks to himself, exactly like before. Even though I have not awakened as the Death God class yet, Nam Hu Man, you have not changed one bit. But Su Ming's eyes darken. In the past life, at this very moment, he replies without hesitation, "Fine. Be there or be square." Su Ming quietly asks, the server replies, "Yes. How can I help you?" He continues, "Are these sword stones? The ones used to randomly get high tier sword weapons?" The server replies, Yes, these weapon molds have a chance of dropping silver tier weapons. But you should be aware, it is all about probability. Most molds only give the lowest tier garbage. I hope you think carefully before buying," Su Ming replies. "This is exactly what I need." The server stares at Su Ming in confusion. He continues, "Instead of buying an expensive silver weapon, that will be obsolete soon anyway. I would rather take a cheap gamble here. For a silver weapon, that makes the most sense. Instead of calling it a gamble, the truth is I can see the data inside these stone molds. It is all thanks to the second skill that the Death God left for me from the past life. System notification, legendary skill, Eye of Insight activated. Returning to nature, eyes capable of seeing the true essence. Can see the origin info of all matter." Su Ming smiles to himself. This is it. Compared to normal silver weapons that sell for over 1 million, now I only spend 50 to get it. What a total steal. Being a poor student again. Actually fits perfectly. Duane Din whispers. Look at that. Isn't that the kid who just rejected the Jiangnan financial group? Huan wonders. What is that in his hand? Isn't that the trashy stone mold for gambling? 2 open weapons. Duck Tian mocks. And I thought you were actually something special. Daring to reject a tycoon's offer just to come here and play with this trash. Are you an idiot? Su Ming sighs and thinks. I recognize him. A rich brat from my past life. Duane Din, who specialized in bullying underclassmen. What a pain in the butt. Su Ming turns back and says, Hey, I'm talking to you. Duane Din is surprised, huh? You want to bet 5,000 with me? That I can pull a silver tier weapon? Huan and Duane Din just look at each other. They laugh out loud and say, Truly a moron. These weapon stone molds have a 99.9% chance of being junk. I have never seen anyone so eager to throw money away. Su Ming smiles. We will see who's giving money to whom. Then it's a deal. I'm opening it now. Don't even think about backing out. System, confirm opening stone mold. Duane Din laughs. You broke. Pathetic loser. Can you even scrape together 5,000 for me? System, I have insight skill activated. A glowing red symbol appears, I can see it. The ground begins to shake violently. Come forth. Huan is shocked. What? Duane Din is terrified. No way. A weapon appears, resting in Su Ming's palm. Everyone is staring in awe. System, obtained. Black Iron Gale Sword. Low-grade silver tier. Special trait, Blood Soak. After wounding a monster, it absorbs blood from the blade, healing the wielder's wounds. Su Ming looks incredibly confident now. A truly fine weapon. And just right for tonight's date. Su Ming, an incredibly sharp sword appears. Huan backs away in fear. He actually guessed it right. Su Ming smiles. This sword costs 0 and has a lifesteal effect. I won't even need a healer. System, obtain silver-grade steel sword. Lifesteal effect plus 10%. The tip of the sword slowly approaches Duane Din's face. He continues, a bet is a bet. I'll take that 5,000 now. In an instant, the 5,000 transfer is received on his phone. Duane Din yells, You brat, I'll remember you. Su Ming chuckles. Next time, don't be so quick to bet against people. The server whispers, the data in this shop for years. Nobody has pulled a weapon from a stone mold like that. Tu Ming continued, Hello, I still need a scabbard. If I recall correctly, it is 5,000 yuan, right? The waiter stammered, yes, that is right. For scabbards, please come this way to choose. Duane Din said angrily, Break it up. This kid got way too lucky. System notification, silver grade scabbard received. Effect, reduces weapon durability loss by 50%. Tu Ming thought to himself, now that I have a scabbard, I can significantly reduce weapon wear and tear. I do not have enough money to replace my sword right now anyway. The waiter bowed, Thank you for your patronage. System notification, do you want to unlock the hidden weapon materialization function? Tu Ming shook his head, not yet. His face darkened. I still have another weapon. At this moment, he was in a private corner. Upgrade it one more level. In this life, though I have awakened as a sword god, I still do not have any usable class skills yet. But on the class talent map, there must be a very powerful innate talent. For golden magic circles appeared, universal ascension. The system appeared. Which loot can be upgraded? Combat gear, scrolls, can be ascended directly or indirectly once. Tu Ming thought, just thanks to this talent, it truly lives up to the gold tier, sword god class. System notification, activating universal ascension talent. Weapon success, gain bloodthirst effect. Bloodthirsty dark steel sword, high grade silver, crimson sip. After locking onto a target, absorbs target's blood through attack or contact. Heals the wounds of the bloodthirst wielder. After killing a monster, temporarily increases all stats by 5 points for 30 seconds. Tu Ming smiled slightly. After killing an enemy, I can get a temporary buff, raising all attributes. Unlocking hidden weapon materialization. Now the newbie dungeon tomorrow will be much easier. At this time at school, it was getting dark. Tu Ming silently stood on a high floor with his sword. Hu Man also appeared and settled on the rooftop. Her voice was gentle as she turned around. You finally arrived. Min said in a deep voice. You are late. Hu Man's eyes suddenly widened and she froze. A sharp blade was raised high right before her eyes. Hu Man's blood-curdling scream echoed through the building. The tip of the blade was pinned to the ground. What are you doing? She felt a terrifying aura radiating from him. Min's face was dark with sharp eyes. I am here for revenge. In the previous life, you said you would return. Revenge. Hu Man was terrified. Revenge. What are you talking about? I was even going to accept your confession. I, the god of slaughter Min, swear here. You were the one who wanted to date me. Now you want to hurt me? Min's voice dropped. That was in the past life. You, the one recognized as the school beauty. Always a prominent figure in school. And me, an orphan since childhood, never noticed by anyone. I truly never thought I would have a chance to have any connection with you. Even less expected that on the second day after the awakening ceremony. Hu Man gently asked Min, are you not feeling well? Min thought, you took the initiative to care for me, and from that day on, I received your attention. That was the care I had always craved. Since I was a kid. Confession. The scene of them together was very happy. Dating, the scenes that Min had once thought of, intimate actions. Those days, that was the time I cherished most. But all of it was a lie. The shady business between you and Trong Duong, I know all about it now. You all just wanted to exploit my talent and my abilities. Hu Man backed away in fear. You stopped talking nonsense. Min continued. Whether I am talking nonsense, you know best. Hu Man, the beautiful and generous person from before was a fake. Your true face is just a type of lowly, vain, and shameless ambition. Hu Man panicked and gritted her teeth. Could not say another word, you. Suddenly she angrily shouted. What do you know, you orphan? If it was not for your talent having some value, you would not even have the chance to talk to me. You dare call me shameless? Trong Duong, and I will not let you off. Min's face darkened. Go ahead and do whatever you want. But I am afraid you should worry about yourself first. If the truth about you to scumbags gets out, it will surely ruin your pure and noble image. Hu Man. She looked at him angrily, gritting her teeth with killing intent. Suddenly Hu Man grabbed her weapon forcefully. She leaped high from behind. Exactly like the previous life. Suddenly a bright red flow appeared along the blade. Min glanced back. You love backstabbing others. I already predicted this. System appeared, activating Crimson Sip. After locking onto a target, absorb target blood through attack or contact. Heal the owner's wounds. Blood streaks continuously appeared, surrounding Hu Man's body. Min shouted. From the very beginning, the trap set for the target was aimed straight at you. At this moment, Hu Man's eyes were hit with agonizing pain. Crimson Sip. She collapsed to the floor screaming, on my face. A wretched cry. My face is ruined. Min was cold. You brought all of this on yourself. Now, is the time for my revenge. Hu Man was furious. I will have Trong Duong kill you. A scene from the past appeared. Hu Man had hugged him tightly. The sword was now being recalled by him. Min turned to leave. Go tell Trong Duong to come find me. Settle the score. This one slash today is on me. This slash also puts an end to the care I once cherished. A sudden message appeared on the phone. Receive gift, Bone Strengthening Pill C. Gift pack, Combat Suit C. 10,000 Jonglin coins. The school gave a private gift pack to Min, owner of the 10-star talent. Hope you use it well. Achieve excellent results in the newbie dungeon. Principal Vuong. 6 a.m. the next morning. Sunlight shone on the red gem. Looking full of mystery, Min popped it into his mouth greedily. The principal was quite generous with this pill. But I guess he pitied me for awakening. A 10-star talent but being a sword controller. So he wanted to help compensate for it. This dish really does not work as breakfast at all. At this time, the system sound rang out. Physique's stats increased. His eyes widened in shock at the surprise that the effect of this pill brought. System notification. Congrats, you leveled up to level 2. Min level 2. Class, Sword God, Unique Mythical Grade. Strength 10, Physique 20, Agility 20. Spirit 10. Luck 10. Golden icons emitted. A dazzling, meaningful light. Activating passive talent, primal sword body. The heart is primal, born for the sword. Taemin looked up at the sky thinking. As expected of my 10-star golden talent. Only level 2, and I can already learn a new talent. Let us see how I perform in the newbie dungeon today. Newbie dungeon area of Hyankin Academy No. 1. Light shone through the canopy. In the deep forest space. Each footstep scuffed the ground, creating a hurried sound. Taemin was helpless, with drops of sweat falling from his cheeks. Cheers rang out all around Taemin. Can we team up with you? With your 10-star potential. And the newbie pack the principal gave. Even if you are a sword controller, completing this newbie dungeon should be easy. Let us go with you, please. Our classes can also provide great support to cover the weaknesses of a sword controller, compensating for each other's flaws. And we can increase the contribution points we earn. Taemin thought with irritation. This group of people, they really look down on my profession. How pragmatic. Sorry, I already have a team. Suddenly Kuai Jiao ran up and shouted. What, Taemin? You already have a team. I came here early this morning, just to be the first one to team up with you. Taemin explained awkwardly. Kuai Jiao, actually, I want a real challenge. It is not just about getting ordinary contribution rewards. If you team up with me, Kuai Jiao, I am afraid I might get you hurt. I plan to take on the challenge alone. Taemin's whisper left her dazed. Oh, is that so? Suddenly a warm voice rang out. Excuse me. You are student Taemin, right? I am Guillaume Trach from Class 4. My awakened talent is the 9-star Demon Ranger. I wonder if you would like to join our team, Taemin. Taemin saw his enthusiastic invitation and thought, Guillaume Trach. I remember in my past life, he was also a 9-star awakener. Just like me, he spoke up, no. Kuai Jiao stepped forward with a cheerful face. Taemin is already on my team. Stop bothering him. Guillaume Trach replied awkwardly, I see. Sorry to bother you then. She said sternly. The same goes for everyone else. Scatter. Taemin looked at her intently. Kuai Jiao is truly reliable. I recall the dungeon opening time should be right about now. Just then, a notification voice echoed. Students, the newbie dungeon challenge for 127 officially begins. He whispered. It is here. A notification appeared on the screen. So sorry, principal here. I overslept, so I could not make it there to cheer you on. I can only livestream from home. To explain the rules of the newbie dungeon. The dungeon challenge lasts for 1 day. It is a mandatory test that this year class must go through. Every student has been registered. Once you enter the dungeon, we can identify your information. Inside the dungeon, each candidate will be scored individually based on the contribution value of each respective challenge. Then rewards will be distributed to ensure survival rates. You should ideally face the dungeon in teams. Completing it within the day counts as finishing your first dungeon challenge after your awakening. Dear students, your moment of destiny has arrived. Are you ready? Looking around, he was nowhere to be found. Kuai Jiao kept glancing about. Where is Taemin? Principal Vuong smiled. No more delays. The dungeon officially starts. A fierce surge of energy erupted. Kuai Jiao shouted. Someone already went in. The surrounding sky was chaotic with blended energy. Guillaume Trach added. I saw it too. That was the 10-star Taemin. The gem, green energy glowed, filling the space, full of mystery. Taemin soared gently through the air, with a satisfied expression. He smiled. This newbie dungeon feels very familiar. Suddenly I feel a bit nostalgic. Back then, I was both scared and excited, charging in blindly just to earn contribution points to the newbie classes of Blue Star. The cosmic slaughter is about to begin. This place is full of danger and opportunity. You will complete your trial here to leave and receive rewards, besides earning points and defeating common bosses. There is another way with much higher difficulty. In this life, I want the hardest challenge. Kill the hidden mid-game boss. I am coming for you. The surrounding space, with romantic light deep in the forest, twilight forest, with a prominent circular energy glow. Taemin observed and whispered, Grade F. This place is totally different from the map when I came to this dungeon in my past life. Every year, the newbie dungeon map is randomized. Furthermore, route planning for each candidate will also be different. All starting points, when entering the dungeon portal, are randomized. As for the monsters in the dungeon, This thing is an elite monster, though it looks like a tree and does not move. If you are targeted by its vines, you will be dragged into the hollow. The burning tree on its head will roast you alive. My goal is to challenge the hidden boss. Better to stay away from these troublesome monsters. The reason I hurried to be the first in was to scout the route ahead, to find the items I need for my challenge against the hidden boss. Even if the map changes, the boss mechanics do not. If more people enter later, it won't be easy to finish this anymore. Let us go. At 7:30 a.m., a candidate peeked his head in. Duondin looked around and spoke up. Seems like there are no other candidates around. It is very quiet. Should be safe. Kuai Jiao, looking around alertly, said, "Wait, there is movement." In the chaotic air, a massive shape appeared, stepping forward, terrifying everyone. There, Duongdin held his axe with trembling hands. His face was now dripping with cold sweat. "Help me." The people around heard the blood-curdling scream and froze in tension. Massive monsters charged out. Someone yelled, "It is a giant bloodthirsty mad rat. Run." Duondin's face was covered in thick sweat. "Split up and run." At this time, a notification rang outside. 3 dungeon candidates bitten to death by mad rats. The highest tier awakened among them was 6-star. Lie die to you. As soon as that table was displayed, the entire hall fell into an uproar. Sudden voices cried out. Even a 6-star awakened. Kuai Jiao, with her wide eyes, whispered, "I have not even formed a team yet, and candidates are already dying in the dungeon." Everyone screamed in panic. "Everyone, team up quickly. Those inside need more help." At the same time, Jiang Lam, thin and gasping for breath, was running away in exhaustion. She cautiously tilted her head to check. They are gone. In the thick, oppressive space, Jiang Lam ran in despair. Where is this? She could not tell the direction. At that moment, her pupils dilated with a layer of fearful sweat. Behind the bushes, a massive muscular figure was lurking. The air seemed to choke as a giant ape monster stepped out with glowing red eyes. Its body was 10 times larger than her, making Jiang Lam's heart tighten. Ape monster. Jiang Lam's face turned pale with terror. Trembling uncontrollably, suddenly a blade appeared, a fire rocket dagger with supreme energy light. With just one basic strike, the ape monster was killed instantly. Blood splattered everywhere. Tamin, with overwhelming aura, dived down with his cool, legendary sword. She was stunned, watching him dive from midair. Elite, in the fierce storm inside the forest, which made the candidates panic. Bloodthirsty brown bear, a level 5 elite with horrific attack power, charging out with terrifying speed, terrifying the candidates. Why do we encounter an elite as soon as we arrive? So unlucky. Duondin in pain screamed out when attacked by hounds. Frenzied biting sent blood splattering everywhere. A level 2 swamp hunter also lunged out, sprinting toward its prey. Stalker hound level 3, attacking frantically with sharp fangs in a wild chase. Fuangdin shouted into the comms channel, surrounded by monsters at 9 o'clock on the map, requesting immediate backup. Near the dragon lizards, level 5 area, more pleas for help echoed. Need assistance at 6 o'clock too. 11 o'clock is also swamped. Monsters are non-stop. Meanwhile, Back Q spoke with a trembling voice. The 5-man team at the center. My team, her voice shook more and more. Looking ahead at the path blocked by bloody corpses. They are all gone. Back Q knelt on the ground in total despair. If they had not told me to hide. It has only been 30 minutes since it started. This newbie dungeon is too damn hard. Can newly awakened people like us really survive and get through this? On the side, Jiang Lam's pupils contracted as if she had just seen something shocking. The giant ape monster was completely crushed by a single decisive sword strike. Tamin's heroic figure dived down powerfully with his blade, holding his sword. Jiang Lam stared at that shadow in utter shock. As he landed smoothly on the ground, she praised him. So strong. Taking down that monster instantly. Thank you for saving me. You are. Seeing that fierce and valiant style. So familiar. Jiang Lam whispered, the 10-star Tamin. He smiled. I was just passing through. But I won't be able to save you a second time. That monster is not down yet. As soon as Tamin finished his sentence, her face turned pale with fear. Jiang Lam quickly turned tail and ran. I will go get reinforcements for you. Hold on tight, Tamin. The eye symbol with mysterious red energy Eye of Insight. Its sheer ferocity, like a blend of storm-like frenzy and terrifying aura. System Notification Board. Mutated Ape King Beast, Level 3. With sky-high stats and smash skill. Tumin used his Eye of Insight to observe. So it is a mutated Ape King. No wonder ordinary beasts in an F-grade dungeon can still survive, despite being hit repeatedly by my weapon. The sound of its massive feet scuffing the ground, charging forward at high speed. The whole space seemed to choke under its agility. He used his eyes to carefully watch its blink skill and remark, "This thing is fast." Tumin smirked and spoke calmly. "Then let us test a bit of what I inherited." You have inherited a part of the class skills of the Slaughter God with massive stats. Str 10, Phys 10, Agi 10, Spi 10. Lug 10, Sword God class. Unique mythical grade in the world. Universal Ascension, Eye of Insight. Tumin searched through his memories. Third skill, Hidden God Step. Increases movement speed by 50%. Immune to all physical, magic, and mental attacks when active. Cannot be targeted. Consumes a massive amount of stamina. While the skill is active. Tumin charged frantically with terrifying power, heading straight for it. His dagger surged with powerful energy, plunging straight down. He skillfully maneuvered past the mutated ape, shouting, "I am right behind you." It seemed to understand, immediately turning its head with a fierce roar. Seeing it lunge, Tumin laughed provokingly. Seems like there is no need to continue. How boring, in its fierce eyes. Reflection of Tumin's frantic strikes appeared. He quickly seized the chance to slash the ape monster. "Done playing with you." System notification sound. Successfully defeated mutated ape king. Loot received. Skill scroll, single word, slash, bronze tier low grade. Tumin thought, single word slash might be bronze low grade. But it is quite decent for this newbie dungeon. System quickly recorded his achievement. First blood. Level to player. Sword controller killed mutated ape king in the frenzy forest. Earned title, First Blood. The surrounding candidates quickly received the dungeon achievement. A player successfully killed the monster, and it was a mutated one. Dungeon title reward. Small health potion for all dungeon players. Lam spoke naively, unaware of the monsters lurking behind. Save needed a health boost right now. Uproar and rumors spread. A sword controller? Could it be Tumin from Academy? No. One? Right, Tumin is that 10-star sword controller. Might not be him though. There are several other sword controllers this year. Either way, someone got a first kill. Proves we have the power to clear the dungeon. Meanwhile, Tumin frowned. Damn, I forgot about the title system. It reveals my strength. From now on, I must use my hidden skills to edit and mask my presence. Didn't expect that after 30 minutes. No one else had killed the monster. Hungry wolves with fierce green eyes. Level 3 energy. He hid behind a tree thinking. One of the 3 newbie level-up swordsmen. Perfect timing. To test my new sword attack skill, I used Universal Ascension to upgrade the single word slash scroll from the mutated ape king. System responded quickly. Universal Ascension talent activated. Powerful sword icon. Dazzling golden energy. New skill received. Quick draw slash low grade. Focus your mind, one strike to kill. In the vast space, the hungry wolf with fierce eyes let out a loud roar. The pack was stunned. Seeing the ascending light in the sky at incredible speed, Tumin frowned. Title system will expose my power. Must be careful to use hidden skills to mask it all. The wolf demon. One of the 3 newbie swordsmen. Perfect time to test my new sword skill. Surrounding space was covered in a chilling bright red energy. System sound. You kill the hungry wolf, EXP plus 80. You killed 10 hungry wolves, EXP plus 800. You killed 100 hungry wolves, EXP plus 8,000. Tumin held his sharp, brutal blade. System sound. Congrats, you reached level 9. Gain title, Mythical now. 1. Success. Using quick draw slash for long range is much more effective against these low-level wolves. Drawing the sword from the scabbard through the sword body, he performed the move decisively. To Min observed the sword body. Energy accumulated for a set time. Target lock. His narrow eyes aimed straight at the heart. Sharp aura ready to pierce. Then he unleashed a powerful, fierce draw. He quickly performed the maneuver, drawing the blade with absolute precision. To Min observed the sword aura surrounding him. The generated energy will accumulate over a specific period. Target lock. His narrow eyes aimed straight at the core, with a sharp presence like a direct stab. Then he unleashed a brutal and overwhelming quick draw, swinging it out. The glowing energy of ascension radiates, aiming straight at that pack of hungry wolves. Every strike lunges directly at the wolves' fierce faces, blinding their vision completely. At this moment, Su Ming's eyes narrow, as if witnessing something shrouded in mystery. The hungry wolf stands ahead, the massive alpha leader, charging forward with an overwhelming aura. Its glowing eyes burn a bright red, paired with those savage, lethal claws. The clock has struck the 8:30 mark. Hands clap together with fierce determination. Party formation successful. Gui Zhao jumps for joy as they set out. Everyone around is buzzing with excitement. We have formed a team and will follow immediately. The energy glows with the favor of ascension, causing the entire space to fall silent. Meanwhile, inside the dungeon, newbies are running frantically, trying to counterattack. Strike back. Everyone is screaming in absolute terror. The main battalion is almost here. Powerful arms swing wide, raising blades for a massive assault. The beasts are hit with agonizing blows. Blood splatters everywhere. Decisive slashes cut straight into the monsters, sending a deathly chill through the air. The newbies are left in shock. Their faces are constantly dripping. Sweat pours as the system voice booms. Mutant field rat successfully slain. This brings them immense joy at last. Finally, the special monster has been taken down. We can win. We can win. The battalion has arrived. We won't lose this. The first player brought us supplies. Finally leveled up. It is happening again. Another first kill. Announcing the boss slayer title. The system displays the info on screen. Level 9 Fisherman. Player of the Frenzied Forest. First to slay the boss monster, earning the title. Leader of Leaders. Once that announcement flashed, everyone was petrified. A level 9 fisherman. What on earth? Is a life class profession actually this strong? They even reached level 9 already. Rewinding time to 10 minutes ago. In a place enveloped by powerful energy, the boss monster runs wild in the vortex. In the chaos, its red eyes show overwhelming stats. Charging forward, a single decisive slash leaves it bloodied. A terrifying spray of gore. Urgent footsteps race across the ground, creating a piercing sound. Su Ming leaps into the air and screams wildly. Don't think being the Wolf King makes you special. The alpha wolf, its maw dripping with dark blood, a disgusting sight as it charges. His sharp eyes radiate a terrifyingly powerful aura. I am your opponent. Su Ming uses a burst of power to leap into the sky, blade in hand as a reincarnator. The system flashes a notification. Congratulations, you have slain the Silverback Wolf King. Experience plus 500. Congratulations, you have leveled up. Draw Slayer's skill plus 145. Thunderbolt Sword skill plus 100. Loot received, Iron Claws, Heart of the Wolf King. Yang Ding slays the beast, decisively with a cold expression. He looks around and shouts with all his might. Finally finished with these wolves. His teammate rejoices. Good thing we got the dungeon title reward. Attack boost activated. Otherwise, we might have been wiped out. He replies, a level 9 fisherman. The dungeon must be glitching. How can a life class reach level 9? That fast? This is a total mockery of us. Yang Ding tiredly throws his sword down, creating a harsh, metallic clang. He collapses onto the ground. This newbie blade has such low damage. If that kid hadn't scammed my money at the weapon shop, I'd have at least a silver tier weapon by now. His lackey comforts him. Brother Yang Ding, that kid just got lucky. That comment only makes him erupt in anger. You useless fools, shut your mouths. I was the one tanking all the damage and sharing experience with you, killing all these wolves, and I'm only level 2. What a stupid investment, the worst investment ever. It is driving me insane. I wonder if that kid has entered the dungeon yet. If I run into him, killing him might actually vent my rage. The lackey quickly says, don't be mad, boss. We have all reached level 2 now. Farming these wolves will be much easier. At the same time, Su Ming is observing the system screen. Great, in this life, reaching level 10 triggers the first job advancement quest. Most importantly, the opportunity has come. In my past life, reaching level 10 only happened after leaving the newbie dungeon. As a result, the advancement quest randomly matched an E-rank dungeon, which was at a much higher difficulty level. Back then, I couldn't finish the challenge. At the same level, I had to spend time grinding up to level 15 before returning to finish the advancement. That significantly reduced the rewards I received from the quest. But this life is different. I hit level 10 right inside the newbie dungeon. The system voice chimes in. Congratulations, first advancement triggered. Defeat the guardian of the Red Rock Cave, an extremely powerful elite monster. Location, Red Rock Cave in the Raging Forest. He thinks it appeared. As expected, a quest in the newbie dungeon. This will be much easier. Next, just dump all stat points into agility. This advancement is a guaranteed success. Quickly, the system displays the info panel. Congratulations, agility has exceeded 100. Earning the Sword Saint class, Sword Master. Passive skill, low tier silver quality. You can equip any type of sword. Ignoring all requirements, a luxurious meeting room with sunlight streaming in. Zhuanjing City, Academy Number 1. A staff member from the council speaks up. Principal, the data rankings for gifted newbies in surrounding cities have been announced. He responds. Was there a mistake in the tally? Where is Su Ming, whom I value so highly? The control staff replies, no mistake, Principal. The dungeon feedback only shows this much. But at 8 o'clock, the data for the first dungeon title lists a sword controller. Surely it is the student Su Ming you care about. He raises his voice calmly. Only the first slay title? Even as a sword controller, he was born with full 10-star attributes. Plus, I gave him a newbie gift pack. Even if his skills are poor, relying on raw strength should take down monsters. How can he not be in the top 500? Suddenly, a sharp shout rings out. What is going on here? Principal Wang. Ran Ling holds the data sheet with a frown. You said your school has some great potential this year. A 10-star named Su Ming. Right? My secretary sent your newbie data. I have already reviewed it. In the rankings, there is no sign of the student you recommended. Principal Wang explains nervously. Vice Mayor, please don't be so angry. Su Ming might be a 10-star, but as a sword controller, his early-stage combat power is a bit weak. She doesn't listen and continues to scold him. Even a sword controller shouldn't fail to make the top 500. Stop making excuses, Principal Wang. I think you were just exaggerating his strength to me, just to snag an extra slot for the Sky Tower convention. He stammers, I did no such thing. Ran Ling quickly pivots to a new strategy. According to current data, only someone named Yanj in your school has a 9-star awakening with the hidden class, Demon Hunter Ranger, currently ranked 2nd on the leaderboard, and full of potential. He is the best candidate this year, capable of competing with the genius Li Chengguang from the neighboring city. There is also someone else I know, the eldest son of the Zhang family, Zhang Lu, hidden class, Magic Shield Warrior, 8-star talent, currently ranked 4th. So for now, I see, I can only grant you 2 slots. For the Sky Tower convention, he asks in confusion, doesn't every school get 3 slots every year? She turns away sharply to leave. Your academy ranked dead last for the past 2 years. If you rank last again this year, next year, you won't even get a single slot for the convention. Principal Wang speaks up. What if a student achieves great results later, unexpectedly? He only hears Ran Ling's cold voice. We will deal with that if it happens. I am busy. I am leaving. Principal Wang holds the 2 cards in his hand, feeling a sharp pain in his heart. The Sky Tower is the vital path to gain quests, claim rewards, and boost strength. Losing the right to participate is not an option. If a student awakens, they will get 10 stars. We would have a chance for an extra slot. Now we are 1 short. Su Ming, you have to push yourself. Don't let me down. Meanwhile, at the elite monster habitat, with hazardous air currents outside the cave, Su Ming follows the quest markers closely. The map shows the objective is right here. Luckily, I didn't run into any annoying mobs on the way. I never visited this place in my past life. I have no idea what kind of monsters will appear. Suddenly, his eyes pick up a faint instinct. Something mysterious is approaching. Instantly, the frantic thumping of a beast lunging makes the ground tremble. The creature emerging is a level 6 gold-digging goblin. He stares blankly into its glowing red eyes. A goblin earth spirit. Su Ming moves with swift precision. The sound of friction echoes against the floor. In a split second, the goblin monster is quickly taken down, covered in gore. His arrogant aura and sheer bravery took it out instantly with a sharp blade. He handles it quickly. Can't let you alert the whole cave. A system voice announces. Alert, this kill will trigger the goblin cave entrance mind. Goblin mode, he's dazed. What is this? And immediately, the goblin that was just slain stands back up with a new consciousness. Su Ming frowns, eyes narrowing as he calculates. Seems this quest won't be as simple as I thought. System warning. All goblins in the Red Rock Cave will swarm to attack you. Goblin mode is a reckless, savage way of life, rejecting all social norms, utterly devoid of any sense of guilt, driven by sheer laziness, aggression, or greed. Sharp fangs and a distorted, mutated face. The creature lets out a roar. Swatches of goblins are cut down one by Su Ming's sharp blade. Inside the cramped, oppressive space, he strikes again with rapid speed. Even though they are low level, their strength lies in their massive numbers. I wonder if my weapon's durability can hold out. Suddenly, he senses a strange sound. Harsh noises getting closer and closer. From deep within a crevice, a massive goblin lunges out, chasing after Su Ming. It slams the ground frantically, causing the surrounding rocks to shatter. In the chaos, Su Ming leaps high into the air to strike. Gripping his sword, he thinks, these guys are actually quite smart, aren't they? While in midair, it is very hard for me to find a position to dodge. Su Ming looks up with absolute calm, watching the horde of fierce goblins rushing in. The energy of his ascension slashes right through them. He frowns. My mana levels in the early stage aren't enough to use Phantom Step for an extended period. Their distorted faces keep appearing. A goblin mob plus an elite goblin, huh? For me, lacking high-level skills at this stage, taking them all head-on is going to be a pain. Su Ming decisively charges toward them. Time to get creative. Then he slips into the deep crevices of the cave. His current strategy is simple. Evasion first. The elite monsters ready their bows, waiting to strike him. Meanwhile, Su Ming has safely hidden behind a massive rock, panting heavily. He smirks with disdain. Come and get it, you little pest. The goblins panic and freeze in their tracks. Su Ming gets more fired up as he fights. From behind the stone wall, he swings a vertical slash. A little gift for you bastards. Wherever the power of the blade glides, the goblins are mowed down like grass. Now Su Ming lunges out. He calculates, as long as I keep the upper hand, I can maximize the advantage of Drawslayer. No sooner said than done. Su Ming's strikes are unleashed with terrifying force. After that horrific onslaught, Su Ming finally stops. One last goblin remains alive. Su Ming looks at the lone survivor with contempt, wondering when it became the only one left. That goblin is the elite goblin captain. Outside, a rustling sound comes from the grass. Huan crawls out from the entrance. He stutters while looking into the cave. That place over there. He points at the cave ahead. When I was scouting, I heard fighting coming from inside. Yang Ding looks where Huan is pointing. He is skeptical. Stop joking. The system lists this area for level 7 and above. Who would dare to challenge it right now? Seeing that he isn't believed, Huan tries harder to explain. But seriously, I definitely heard sounds of a fight from in there. Suddenly, Yang Ding hears a noise coming from the cave. A faint white mist drifts out. Yang Ding notices something. Looks like someone is coming out. Huan watches tensely. Who could it be? Which lunatics are hunting here at this hour? Seeing the person step out from the cave, Yang Ding is stunned. Su Ming walks out refreshed after the battle. Yang Ding thinks, talk about a small world. He immediately recognizes the kid who scammed him. Su Ming happily checks his notifications, still feeling the rush. This quest was pretty fun, just a bit of a surprise. Nothing truly dangerous. Su Ming suddenly senses a wave of malice behind him. Yang Ding lunges for a sneak attack. While Su Ming isn't looking, he attacks with zero intention of holding back. Su Ming just lightly shifts to the side to dodge. Yang Ding is shocked. He actually dodged that. Surround him. Don't let him get away. Su Ming shows no fear, even when surrounded on all sides. What's the deal? I wasn't even planning to run. Yang Ding approaches, shouting in a rage. You cost me big time the other day. Today is your unlucky day. Caught you right in the dungeon. Su Ming looks around hesitantly. He hesitates, not knowing whether speak or not. You guys. Yang Ding immediately gloats. What is it? Scared now, aren't you? Su Ming scratches his head and asks blankly, who are you again? The question leaves Yang Ding completely stunned. Huan is equally speechless. You seriously forgot about us. Yang Ding finds even more reason to be furious. Damn it. Did you really forget all about that 5,000 Advent scam you pulled? He orders his gang to charge in and handle him. Some brandish blades, others wield axes. Swordsmen lunge forward in unison. Su Ming remains standing still. He speaks softly. No need for violence just because I don't remember you. He smirks. Fine, if that is how it is, let me test my new skill. In Su Ming's hand, a beam of light appears along with the sword. He gives a light flick of his wrist. The blade shoots out instantly, moving so fast it is invisible to the naked eye. That is sword control. The glowing red edge glides through the attackers, causing blood to spray. With just a single strike, the entire group is left wounded and in agony. Su Ming whispers to himself, a massive success. Yang Ding stares at the sword still embedded in the ground. He panics. Sword control. The blade soars back into the air. Following Su Ming's command, Yang Ding collapses to the ground, his eyes tracking the floating weapon. He still cannot believe it. How is this possible? That is a skill only mid-tier sword masters can learn. After clearing the obstacles, Su Ming recalls his technique. Ignoring the doubts of the others, he thinks to himself, this sword control skill was a silver tier scroll, dropped after slaying the elite goblin. Then I upgraded it to gold tier. Through the ascension of all things talent, it was an RNG skill unlock. I didn't expect it to be this perfect. Unlocking a skill like this will spread the news. They will be certain that I am a sword controller. Su Ming recalls. More importantly, after wiping out the goblins in Red Rock Cave, I obtained the map for the hidden treasure chest. The ultimate goal of the first quest. Su Ming eagerly opens the notification panel. Notice, you have unlocked the hidden location map. Suddenly, he flinches while reading the alert. System displaying hidden treasure coordinates, Red Rock Cave Part 2. He is disappointed. Red Rock Cave again. And it is. Su Ming is curious about the subtitle. Goblin Life Scene Change. At 11:30 p.m., a group of girls is celebrating after successfully slaying a monster. We did it. Tutu screams out. Finally finished clearing the small mobs in this area. We really have to thank Fen Fen, a 7-star awakener, for leading us. Time to split the loot. While Tutu runs toward the monster to see if any good items dropped, Fen Fen turns back to check. What is it? You tired? Another girl replies. Oh, no, I am doing fine. Suddenly, Fen Fen notices something is off. Behind her is empty. No one is there. Where did the other teammate go? A loud scream echoes, making Fen Fen jump. In the distance, there is only thick white fog. Fen Fen looks around. Where are they? Where did they go? She starts searching in a panic. Weren't we just splitting the loot a moment ago? The monsters in this area. Right, they all must have been cleared out. Fen Fen grows more and more terrified. There is nothing on the ground. She gasps as she witnesses something horrifying. How can this be? They are actually— Her scream shakes the entire forest.